Hey y'all. So it has been almost 2 years since I've done a video. In November, it'll be 2 years. Um, the reason I stopped was because my sweet cat Emmy passed away. It was very sudden. If y'all watch the videos, you know we were very happy and nothing was wrong. But I got up for work one morning and I just looked at her and I could tell something was wrong. So I took her to the vet, and the vet was like, what I was hoping was for him to say that I was overreacting. But instead, he was like, no, you're right. Something's wrong. And he hospitalized her immediately. I took her home that night and she was not herself at all. She went downhill very, very fast. They gave her a, I don't know what it's called for animals, but it's kind of like a barium swallow for humans, like when you swallow a bunch of barium and so that they can image and see it move through your system. Well, they gave her that, and by the next morning, they imaged her again, and none of it had passed. That morning, she actually vomited everything up, all of the barium everywhere. When they went in and imaged, they were like, it's definitely stopping. None of it got past her stomach. So they were like, we need to do exploratory surgery. They did the surgery and they called me once they got in there and said, it's bad. It's not just a blockage, it's a tumor. Your cat has cancer. I was not prepared for that. I knew she was sick, but I didn't realize it was that bad. And they said, we can wake her up and she'll be in great pain, and you can take her to a specialist who may be able to remove the full tumor, or we can take her out of her pain right now. And they really explained it to me. They said the tumor was in a really bad place, that they doubted anybody could actually remove it successfully, and that it was just too bad. So I said, I made the very, very hard call to not wake her up. And I said, just wait, I'm coming. And so I went to the vet, did not drive myself, was in no place to drive myself. And I said goodbye to my cat. And anybody who watched my videos knew she was more than just a cat. She was a companion. She was my best friend. I had had her for 13 years. And that's why it was so difficult for me to pick the camera back up. Because my world, as I knew it, ended that day. And I know it seems silly to some people. Some people do not have the joy in their life of knowing what it's like to have an animal love you unconditionally. And to love that animal back. You know, people come and go, and some people are lucky enough to find that one person that loves them unconditionally. Like, but I didn't have that. I had Emmy. And after that day, she was gone. And I didn't know how to tell y'all about it. I didn't know how to tell myself about it. I couldn't just pick up the camera and pretend like nothing had happened. But every time I picked up the camera, I broke down. Every time I tried to tell y'all about it, I broke down. So tonight, I was just sitting here watching YouTube, and I decided it's time to tell y'all what happened. And a lot has changed. I came across another cat. He just kind of fell into my lap. His name is Lupin. And then he needed a friend. You know, Emmy was very solitary, with the exception of wanting my attention. So I wasn't used to it, but Lupin really needed a friend. So I got his litter mate, Monkey. And then about a year later, I happened to go to a tent event. Actually, well, yeah, about a year later, I went to a tent event. And I got a puppy. So I can't say I replaced Emmy, because there is no replacement for Emmy. But I've moved on. I can say that. For any of you out there who have experienced loss, I feel you. And I don't want to say that it's the same for every person. I don't want to say that losing my cat was the same as losing your parent, because it's not. But just, I now understand loss in a way that I never did before. And I'm here for any of you out there that need to talk, because so many people are quick to write off the loss of a pet because they think, oh, it's just a pet. But they're not just pets to us. They're companions. They're like your children. For those of us that can't or won't have children, pets are the closest you can get. And I don't want to degrade or minimalize what that kind of loss is like. So I'm here for you. You can reach out to me, and you can talk to me. You can cry with me. I'm here for you. And I really don't know, when I picked up the camera, I didn't know where this video was going to go. It's probably more for me, a release, than it is for any of y'all. But I'm here. If you ever need me, I'm here.